Kaya. Kaya is a Noongar word for hello or yes or the affirmative. There's many different meanings, but it's a positive word. But basically, one of the main meanings is hello. So Kaya you would spell K-A-Y-A. And so I invite you to say Kaya in response to my Kaya. So on the count of three. You don't get too excited. You know, 1, 2, 3. Kaya. There you go. So a Noongar person or anyone says Kaya to you, you should respond with Kaya in return. Noongar First Nations people are the people of this land, the southwest of Western Australia. And Whadjuk Noongar, Whadjuk country is basically the Perth metropolitan area from about 70 kilometres to the north, 50 kilometres to the south, and out beyond what we call the Black Hills, Karamunda. So beyond them for another 20 or so kilometres is all Whadjuk country, my country, my mother's maternal country. So my mother's family have been living, working, walking and caring for this land we know as Whadjuk Noongar Budja for 40,000 years, or at least 1,000 generations. So I'm here to offer you a welcome to country, a welcome to my country, my Budja. And I think back 49 years ago, 1977, I was sitting in the same place you were. It wasn't a second semester orientation, but there was a few more people at first semester orientation. I weren't sitting exactly where you are because I didn't come to this institution. But as first year students, being involved in orientation and welcome to country certainly wasn't part of any ceremonies of any Whadjuk or whitefella institutions. And these days it's a really good opportunity. And welcome to country has always been a First Nations protocol and cultural practice since before colonisation. And welcome to country is an offering or greeting to you, to people who've chosen to live on our land, and also to visitors from other places who are here for a short time. In offering this welcome, I do so with respect, honesty, kindness, friendship and civility. I ask you to reciprocate and respond to my welcome in the same spirit in which it's offered. How you might do that is that I ask you to find out more and learn about the First Nations culture here on the land in which you choose to live. And you can do that. Watch some National Indigenous First Nations TV. Attend First Nations celebrations, which there were many in the last week during National Aboriginal Week. Learn more and get involved in reconciliation activities. Learn a First Nations language. Learn one word today, learn some more. Enrol in an Aboriginal Cultural Studies unit in your degree. Learn more about the truth of the shared history of this nation, and get engaged in the continuing struggle for recognition and justice of First Nations Australians. So I'm a Whadjuk Baladong Noongar, and I've kin connections to Yamaji and Wongatha people. Kaya wanju nidya bolo Whadjuk Noongar Budja, Warang Monat Budja. Hello and welcome to this place, the land of the Whadjuk Noongar on the Swan Coastal Plain and beyond Karamunda, or the Black Hills to the east. We are the people of this land, the people of the crow and the white cockatoo. Kaya wanju nidya Karanini Curtin University. Hello and welcome to this place, Curtin University, a place of learning. This land, Australia, is the land where time began. Australia is the oldest continent on Earth. The Finke River is the oldest river on the planet. It's in the Northern Territory. Some of the oldest rocks ever found are found here in Western Australia. And some of the oldest life forms are along the coast here in Western Australia. Unsurprisingly, Australia is home to the oldest continuous human knowledge system and civilisation on this planet. First Australians, the First Nations people of this land. Other First Nations people from around the world refer to us, Aboriginal Australians, as the first of the first peoples, the firstborn of all peoples. So about getting to know us, all human beings living on planet Earth, we're all, in a sense, custodians of Mother Earth while we are here. Mother Earth has a lot to say if you're willing to listen. And that's very much part of First Nations people here, listening to Mother Earth and reacting to Mother Earth. Budja ne. Budja's land, and ne is to hear or listen. Listening to the land, listen to country. We are the very first Australians and the first and continuing custodians of this land, Australia. Mother Earth has a lot to say, but you have to be willing to listen. It is a time for all Australians to learn and celebrate First Nations people and cultures and our achievements, and to explore how each of us can contribute to achieving the fight for justice and the rights of First Nations people here in our own country. Kaya wanju nan kwel Simon Forrest Burungu. Kaya wanju nija nyambuja, nija karanini Curtin University. Nalan courage nunga mort, kain karat nija buja, nan courage nunga wale born Korea. Burawan, and thank you.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Ogden. I'm the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic and your MC for this morning. I acknowledge the custodians of the land on which we're meeting and pay my respects to Whadjuk elders and senior knowledge holders past and present. It's a privilege to be standing with you here on Noongar Budja. Simon, I've heard a number of welcomes to country from Simon. There is always two things. I learn something new every time, and there's always a call to action. Simon's given all of us here a very gentle call to action to learn more about First Nations culture. And I would encourage all of you, students in particular, to embrace that opportunity. There are plenty of opportunities here at Curtin and more broadly. So Simon, again, thank you for your welcome. Can you please join me in thanking Simon again for that welcome? So on behalf of Curtin University, I'm delighted to welcome you all here today. It's my pleasure to welcome our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Harleen Hayne, to give the welcome address.
Thank you very much, Mark. Hi and good morning, everyone. And thank you, Simon, for that beautiful welcome to country. Simon, you're a very special member of our Curtin family, and it is always incredibly special when you're here with us. I would like to also begin by acknowledging that we have the privilege of meeting on the traditional lands of the Whadjuk people and pay my respects to elders past and present. As you can hear from my accent, I'm not originally from Australia. I was born in the United States and I grew up in the state of Colorado. And even though I'm standing about 16,000 kilometers away from home, the blue sky and the red dirt of Western Australia feels remarkably familiar to me. So I'm incredibly grateful for the generations of people who have so lovingly looked after this land for such a long time. Well, good morning. My name is Harleen Hayne, and I'm the Vice-Chancellor here at Curtin University, and it's an absolute pleasure to be with you on this chilly morning to officially welcome you to Curtin University. It's terrific to have so many of you here in person, and I also want to welcome those of you who are joining us online, whether you're still at home tucked up warmly in bed here in Australia, or whether you're joining us from one of our global campuses in Singapore, Malaysia, Mauritius, Dubai, or Sri Lanka. It is wonderful to have you here. Now, to all of you around the globe, both here and in Australia, I am delighted that you have chosen Curtin University to take your first step or your next step in your higher education journey. Today, you're joining the Curtin community. You're becoming part of something that is much bigger than yourself or your chosen course of study. Now, we're fortunate here at Curtin. Our university bears the name of Australia's 14th Prime Minister, the Honourable John Curtin, who led this country through the perils of World War II. Now, to this day, John Curtin remains Australia's most trusted Prime Minister. Now, most of the people who are Australian in the audience will know that about his history, but some of the things that you may not know is that John Curtin was not a man of privilege. He was the shy son of working-class Irish immigrants. He left school at the age of 13 to work and help pay his family's bills. But John Curtin had a very, very deep love of learning, and he firmly believed in the power of education. And I'm really proud to say that John Curtin's legacy and his values continue to shape our university today. Now, to help make your time here at Curtin as happy and successful as possible, I'd like to issue 3 challenges for your time at university. First, I challenge you to make great memories. Over the weeks and months to come, you are going to find your soulmates here, friends that you will keep for a lifetime. Now, I encourage you to choose those friends wisely. Pick people who make you a better version of yourself. Friends that you can laugh and cry with, friends that you can trust to have your back and keep you safe, and friends who will accept you just the way you are, but at the same time will help you become a better version of yourself. Now, in addition to finding great people here at Curtin, you will also find a wide range of clubs, sporting facilities, and activities. And I encourage you to get involved. Students tell me that their best experiences at university come from the opportunities that they have beyond the classroom. These extracurricular and co-curricular activities will allow you to be even more wonderful people in the future. It will allow you to explore your passions and help you to become a more confident, more well-rounded, and successful person. Now, second, I challenge you to be an outstanding community member. Now, each of you who are here today represent the wide diversity that makes Curtin such an amazing community. Students come from over 130 different countries around the world. Now, with all of this diversity comes endless opportunities for you to learn about the breadth of the world in which we all live. I know that the most important things that you learn while you're here at Curtin, you will learn from each other. You will learn that not everyone shares your views or your way of life. You will learn tolerance, acceptance, teamwork, kindness, and independence here. And these skills, perhaps more than any others, will make you happy and healthy, and yes, highly sought after when you graduate. Now, finally, I encourage you to step courageously into this next adventure in your life. You are at a pivotal moment in your life trajectory. Look around. The person next to you may be on their way to becoming a successful business owner, a software developer, a journalist, an engineer, a teacher, a lawyer, a scientist, or someone who discovers a new energy source or helps us to decarbonize the world in which we all live. You may be sitting next to a poet or a philosopher or a soon-to-be famous artist, or perhaps a future leader like John Curtin himself, who will influence the trajectory of a nation. So be inspired by the company you keep and have the courage to pursue your education and your career with tenacity and sincerity. It's what we like to call here Curtin courage. Now, your family and other members in your important people in your life have undoubtedly made vital sacrifices to ensure that you have this opportunity before you. So as you embark on this next chapter, I'd like you to take a few moments to reflect on all of the people in your life that you are grateful for. It is now within you to make the most of this significant life-changing opportunity. Now, the worst part of university is that it doesn't last forever. I know it's hard for you to believe right now, but your time here at Curtin will be over in a heartbeat. So while you are here, study well, be kind to each other, make friends, get involved, have heaps of fun, and create great memories. Welcome to Curtin University. I wish you all the very best. Buruan.
Thank you, Professor Hain, for that inspiring address and another call to action there for everyone this morning. I'd now like to invite our Pro Vice-Chancellor and President, Curtin Colombo, Professor Rebecca Walker, to welcome our international students to Curtin.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Kaya. It's so wonderful to see you here today on our beautiful campus on Wajak Nuwa Bujak. I also pay my respects to elders of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation. I'm here on behalf of the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Global, Professor Xiaotiang Zhang. Firstly, congratulations to each and every one of you for choosing to study at Curtin. You have chosen not only a university, but a truly global community that values diversity, inclusion and connection. Curtin is Australia's pioneer in international education. For decades, we've been at the forefront of building meaningful global partnerships, developing transnational education, and creating opportunities for students to learn across borders. Today, Curtin is a truly global university with 7 campuses around the Indian Ocean Ring, connecting Australia with Asia, the Middle East and Africa. This unique global footprint shapes who we are and how we teach, learn and collaborate. Our community reflects this global character. As the Vice-Chancellor has just said, our students come from more than 130 different countries and regions, bringing with them different languages, as you all are, perspectives and dreams. This diversity is one of Curtin's greatest strengths. It makes our classrooms richer, our discussions deeper, our friendships stronger, and personally, my job much more rewarding. Curtin is committed to providing a comprehensive global experience for all students. We work with more than 300 partner institutions worldwide for academic exchange, enabling students to study abroad and engage with different cultural and academic contexts. Our Global Scholars Program, which some of you may be here participating in today, allows students to commence their studies at one campus and then continue across our global network. And having met some of those students, they are fantastic to hear their experiences. Curtin is also a global national leader in the Australian Government's new Colombo Plan, supporting students to gain valuable learning experiences across the Indo-Pacific region. In addition to a wide range of mobility, internships and engagement opportunities are available to support your development as globally capable graduates. Education is not only about what you learn in the classroom, but also about the world you see, the people that you meet, and the experiences that shape your character. I encourage each of you to take this opportunity to gain international experience, to learn another language, to build friendships with people from different cultural backgrounds. Through these experiences, you will not only grow as a student, but as a global citizen. I understand that starting your journey in a new country can be both exciting and challenging. You may be feeling a mix of anticipation, curiosity, even a little uncertainty right now, but you're not alone. Our staff and fellow students and the people around you today are here to support you in every step of the way. So be open, be curious, and be adventurous. Take every opportunity to learn, to connect, and to experience the world around you. Your journey at Curtin will be more than a degree. It will be, I'm sure, a life-changing experience. So welcome from me to Curtin and welcome to your global future. Very best wishes.
Thank you, Professor Walker. At Curtin University, we're committed to partnering with students in their education and in decision-making. This Students as Partners initiative is part of a formal agreement between Curtin and the Curtin Student Guild. It's now my pleasure to introduce one such partner, Curtin Guild President Dylan Storer, to welcome you on behalf of the Student Guild.
G'day, good morning. Thank you, Professor Forrest, for the welcome. And I too, on behalf of the Guild, want to acknowledge that we're meeting on Whadjuk Noongar Budjer, and I pay my respects to elders past and present. It's good to see a couple of people in shorts at the back. which makes me feel much more confident in myself this morning. My name is Dylan. I study journalism here at Curtin, and I'm proud to have grown up in a small town in the Kimberley in northern WA, and I currently have the honour of serving as president of the mighty Curtin Student Guild. First of all, welcome to Curtin. Starting university is exciting, but it can also feel like a lot. New buildings, new classes, new people, new systems, another new system coming next year, and probably a few confusing emails. So if you're feeling excited, nervous, overwhelmed, or all of those things at once, that is completely normal. The good news is you're not doing it alone, and that's what the Guild is here for. The Curtin Student Guild is the only organisation on campus that is run by students for students. We're independent from the university, we're democratic, and we exist to make sure that students have support, community, and a real voice at Curtin. This is my second year as Guild President, and I take that responsibility very seriously. I do this role because I believe that students deserve more than simply going to lectures, doing assignments and exams. You all deserve a university experience that is supportive, affordable, welcoming, and memorable. And that's what I've tried to fight for every day as Guild President. Every day the Guild works to make your time at Curtin richer, fairer, and more connected. We support over 100 clubs, societies, and collectives, which means there's a good chance that your people are already here somewhere. Whether you're into culture, sport, politics, volunteering, gaming, your course area, or just trying something new, joining the club is one of the best ways to make this place feel smaller and more like home. We also run some of the biggest events of the year. From O-Day, which is next Wednesday, I'll see you there. The Guild Ball, we run several parties at the tavern, Stress Less Week during exam period, and our iconic Pasar Malam, which is Australia's largest student-run multicultural festival, which will return here on this campus in November. We run the Guild Cafes, the TAV and GMART, keeping prices low and offering a 10% discount to students to help you save on campus. If things get tough, our Student Assist team is here for you. They provide free, confidential support with academic, financial and welfare issues, completely independent from the university. So whether you need help understanding a university process, dealing with an assessment issue, financial support, or just knowing where to start, the Guild is a place that you can and should come to. But the Guild is not just here for when something goes wrong. We're also here to help make things better. You've joined a world-class university. Curtin is special for a lot of reasons. Its students, its staff, its research, its diversity, its communities, and the opportunity it creates here in WA, but right around the world. One of the things that makes Curtin truly special is that students here have a strong independent guild that can speak up, organise, advocate, and get results. Not just here on campus, but also for issues that affect us more broadly in our society. And that's why the Guild matters so much. Good universities are not just built by rankings, buildings, or branding. They're built by people. They're built by students having a real voice, and they're built by communities that care about fairness, support, and belonging. You deserve high-quality teaching, affordable food, safe housing, reliable transport, accessible facilities, and a campus that feels alive. And thanks to Guild advocacy, that is the kind of campus that we're building together. And students are already seeing results. Thanks to Guild advocacy, students now have access to $5 meals on campus, the Guild food pantry, and 11:59 p.m. universal online submission times for assignments. Thanks to Guild advocacy, students benefit from a second tuition-free week each semester, which gives you more time to catch your breath, catch up, and look after yourself during semester. Thanks to Guild advocacy, Food for Fines is happening again this month. If you drive and park on campus, you will get a parking fine. It's inevitable. We're trying to fix it. And Food for Fines is just one way we've made it a little bit better. And it's a way that you can donate food instead of paying your parking fine. It goes to the Guild Food Pantry and helps create a community that will support each other. And thanks in part to Guild advocacy, this is a university that does genuinely believe in academic freedom and freedom of speech and is willing to defend those principles at a time when they're under sustained pressure. These wins did not happen by accident. They happened because students raised issues, because the Guild kept pushing and because students made sure those issues were brought to the university and gets results, and we're not stopping. The Guild has fought for and won paid placements on a number of study areas, and now we're fighting to expand them because no student should be forced into poverty just to complete the practical experience required for their degree. We're fighting for lower visa and international student fees because international students deserve respect, fairness and support, not to be treated as an easy revenue source for government or universities. We're fighting for lower domestic HECS debts because students should not graduate with a lifetime of debt just for getting an education. We're fighting for fairer and more affordable housing because students cannot succeed if they do not have a safe, secure and affordable place to live. And we're working to make university more affordable and easier to navigate. That means better transport, better parking, safer campuses, more affordable food, more affordable experiences, stronger student services, and making sure that we're heard when decisions are made. And that also includes big conversations around the future of universities here in WA. You may have heard discussion about potential university mergers, and for new students that can sound distant and confusing. But it matters because decisions like this can affect courses, campuses, support services, student choice, and the overall university experience. The Guild's position is simple. Students should have a real say in the decisions about our education and our future. Curtin is not just a name on a sign, it's a community. It's students, staff, clubs, classrooms, friendships, events, opportunities, and futures. And I'll keep making sure that students are not treated as an afterthought in decisions about this university. But today is also about something bigger than policy. It is about belonging. University is not just about lectures, grades and exams, it's about the people you meet, the clubs you join, the questions you ask, the ideas you discover, the mistakes you learn, and the confidence that you build along the way. No matter who you are, or where you're from, what you study, or whether you arrived here knowing lots of people or knowing no one at all, you belong here. And the Guild is here to make that real. From your first club meeting to your first event, your first coffee on campus, your first time asking for help, the Guild is here to make spaces, back the people, and shape a culture that makes Curtin feel like home. And something is worth knowing, and that is that not every university has what we have here. The Guild is independent, resourced, student-run, and able to get real results. In Australia nowadays, that is rare, and it is one of the things that makes Curtin special. The only way the Guild stays strong is when students know about it, use it, care about it, and get involved. In September, you'll have the chance to elect the next Guild president. I won't be here forever. And some of these people will have a sigh of relief at that, but that's okay. And the next group of student representatives, and that's an opportunity that you all should actually take and use when you go and have the opportunity to cast a vote in this September, and it's a responsibility that's worth really taking seriously. Because the people that you elect will be the people sitting across the table from the university. They'll be the people raising issues about your education, your campus, your money, your housing, your transport and your student experience. They'll be the people expected to show up, do the work, and keep pushing when things are difficult. So when the time comes, do pay attention, ask who's listening, ask who's doing the work, and make sure you cast a nice informed vote. When students get behind the Guild, we're able to get more results. No matter the result, we're able to work for and on behalf of you. I'll be around a little bit after this event and would genuinely love to meet you, have a chat, grab a coffee. If you have an idea, a question, a problem, or just want to introduce yourself, please come and say hello, either to me or one of our many other student representatives. For those joining us online, send me an email. I'm always available to hear from students. And because that's what this role should be, visible, approachable, hardworking, focused on students. That's the kind of Guild I believe in. That's the kind of leadership that I've tried to provide. And that's what I want to continue to do over the coming semester. So my advice here is simple. Don't just go to class. Make sure you grab that coffee, join a club, take those opportunities, go to the event, ask the question, apply for the scholarship, come to the TAV, speak up when something's not right, and ask for help when you need it. Your time at university will go quickly, but it will shape who you are. So make sure you make the most of it. You deserve the best education, the best support, and the best student experience. Demand it, expect it, and know that the Guild will have your back. So on behalf of the Guild, our staff and everyone who makes our organisation possible, welcome to Curtin, welcome to membership of the Guild. I can't wait to see you around campus, have a chat and keep working to make Curtin the best version of itself it can be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dylan. And thank all of you for being with us here today. We're so thankful that students from all around the world can come together and join us for what will be an exceptional week and year ahead. One of the biggest strengths our Curtin community has is our commitment to each other. You've heard that, I think, from all of the speakers this morning. We navigate challenges together so that we can make the most of the opportunities we have, whether that's expanding our ways of thinking, meeting new friends, or pursuing our goals. So please make the most of O Week and the opportunity to connect with new people, whether in person or in the virtual space. I think Dylan made that point very powerfully. Curtin staff, your new to Curtin mentors, your student success advisors, your fellow students, your lecturers and tutors are here with you and will support you every step of the way. Make sure you look out for each other and your well-being while stepping into this exciting time in your life. I'd also like to acknowledge that this is Disability Pride Month. During O Week, the Disability Pride flag will be flying at the forum flagpoles over there, recognising and celebrating the contributions, experiences and diversity of people with disability within our Curtin community and beyond. It serves as a reminder of our commitment to creating a welcoming, accessible and inclusive environment where every student feels they belong. If you have any questions about life on campus or the O Week program, please ask one of our friendly O Week volunteers in the bright green shirts. They're here all week to help you settle in and find your way around. Make sure you find time during the week to check out the arcade and the Christmas in July Welcome Village outside Curtin Connect. There you'll find activities, entertainment and free food and drinks, very important for students and everyone, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. each day. Thank you again for joining us at this morning's official welcome. We hope you have a fantastic Semester 2 O Week experience to kick off your journey as a Curtin student. Good morning, everyone.